Namaskar. Welcome to the part number 4 in lesson number 15. Explanations on the fourth step in birth chart analysis for the DBA predictions and timing of event. In this part, we'll be discussing on how to study the Dasa Bugdi Antara period planets and importantly, the combined effect of Destiny, Dasa, Bugdi, and Antra. This is an important lesson. Please kindly focus and concentrate on the combined effect, how the combined effect are going to give some impact in the predictions. Studying the Dasa period planets and their combined effect. First, let us study how to study the Dasa Bugdi Antra period planets. We have to keep it in mind that Dasa Bugdi Antra period planets effect will be based on the limit fixed by the destiny. It means what? The Dasa planets can give their results within the limit fixed by the destiny. So that we have to keep it in mind. Study the running Dasa Lord following the 1 to 6 steps in method of analysis. In the lesson number 8, we were discussing on the 1 to 7 steps. In that 7th step is going to be built. So I'm focusing on the, I'm telling you to focus on the 1 to 6 steps in method of analysis. With the help of these 1 to 6 steps in method of analysis, please study the Dasa Lord. Check whether it is favorable or unfavorable or mixed planet for the event. Check the favorable and unfavorable key planets in the Dasa Lord. Which are the key planets are making the Dasa is favorable for the event or unfavorable for the event? They are the key planets of the Dasa Lord. That we have to note it down. The following key planets are more significant. What are they? Dasa Lord itself is a key planet. Its role in Bugdi will be significantly stronger. Node planet is a key planet. Free planet is a key planet. And strong key planets that are in supports of the Dasa Lord's primary rulers. Suppose planet, star lord, sublord of the Dasa Lord. If suppose a favorable key planet, Jupiter is a strong key planet. If it is there in this planet's supports, and star lord also having Jupiter, sublord also having Jupiter. If all three are having that favorable key planet in support, their impact is going to be good. No? So that way the planets, the rulers of the Dasa Lord, especially the primary rulers, especially star lord and sublord also, we can take it. Importantly, star lord is important. No? So if the rulers of the Dasa Lord is under the influence of the or support of the strong key planet, which are the favorable key planets are influencing this Dasa period, that also can be considered as the strong key planets of that particular Dasa Lord. Because suppose the planet in supports, suppose Jupiter is a free planet, its role as star lord will not be there for other planet. Sublord only may be there, but that too, we cannot expect that Jupiter will be there for many planets as the sublord. But the planet which are under the influence of the Jupiter by way of supports, if all the rulers, especially if they are present by the Dasa Lord, the support, that is going to be a good key planet. So though it is not ruling one of the ruler, it is also playing, though it is not playing one of the ruler, it is playing in the supports that also can be considered as the strong key planets. So based on the rulers, we can select some key planets, and the planet which are under the influence of the key planets, that also we can consider. I hope you are able to understand. Similarly, now study the running Bugdi Lord following the 1 to 6 steps. Check the Bugdi Lord is favorable or unfavorable or mixed, and check the favorable and unfavorable key planets in the Bugdi Lord. Similarly, how we studied for the Salad, we are studying the Bugdi Lord also. Now, only the step 7 is coming into play. Because when Bugdi has come, then we have to check the step number 7, that is called a pilt connection. So follow the step 7 in method of analysis and find the pilt connection with the Dasa Lord. Whether that Dasa Lord is well connected to the Bugdi Lord or Bugdi Lord is well connected to the Dasa Lord through the key planets. So, I mean, that is going to, when both are connected to the pilt connection, so definitely they will be having a good, association. So, Bugdilad will give significant effect, under the Dasa Lord. Next, study the running Antara period. Suppose the Antara period is going to be small, means, okay, we can study the running Antara and upcoming Antara periods also. Check they are favorable or unfavorable or mixed for the event. Similarly, follow the step 7 to understand or find the pilt connection with the Bugdi Lord. Antara means, okay, with the Bugdi Lord, and also can be found for the Dasa Lord also. So, in this, what we have studied, find the Dasa period, find the Bugdi period, I mean, study that Dasa and Bugdi and Antara, and you study that Dasa Lord's key planets and Bugdi's key planets and find their pilt connection, how they are all connected to each other, that we have to check it. That is step number 7. And Antara also, Antara out we have to study whether favorable or unfavorable or mixed. Then the pilt connection between the Antara and Bugdi, sometime Antara to Dasa Lord also will be there. So based on this one, we can understand the strength of Dasa and Bugdi and Antara, their pilt connection. So with the help of the step 1 to 7, we can come to conclusion that how Dasa is going to be, how Bugdi is going to be, when Antara is going to be, or running Dasa, running Bugdi like this, then we have to check the next Bugdi also. So whatever may be the Dasa, Bugdi, Antara, we have to study the same manner. So this is what how to study the Dasa Bugdi periods. Now I am going to explain about the important aspect called the combined effect. So far we discussed about how to study the Dasa Bugdi Antara period planets. But before going to know what the Dasa Bugdi Antara periods are going to give according to their significations, we have to understand the important aspect, that is combined effect of the Dasa, Bugdi and Antara, and most importantly, destiny and the Dasa period. That is the first one we have to discuss. Because destiny is the one main source. Within the limit fixed by the destiny only, the Dasa planets also can give. So, the destiny and Dasa period combined effect has to be studied. Then we have to look into the Dasa Bugdi Antara periods combined effect based on our EPS principle, source, effect, and result. The combined effect of destiny, Dasa, Bugdi, and Antara periods. The first one, we are going to discuss about the destiny and the Dasa Lord's combined effect. To be kept in mind, based on the level of destiny, the favorable and unfavorable strength of the Dasa Lord will be present. I think you are able to understand. Now let us check few combinations. Now first one, let us check destiny is favorable. Within that, when the destiny is favorable and the Dasa Lord is also favorable, obviously they are going to be more unfavorable output. But within that, in unfavorable Bugdi is running. The unfavorable Bugdi Lord's result will be comparatively lesser since both destiny and Dasa are favorable. Suppose Bugdi is mixed. The Bugdilar's favorable result will be comparatively more than the unfavorable result of the mixed Bugdilar. I think you are able to understand. Next, when the destiny is favorable, but Dasalad is unfavorable for the event. The Dasalad's unfavorable result will be comparatively lesser since the destiny is favorable. The favorable Bugdi, suppose under the unfavorable Dasa, favorable Bugdi is running. That favorable Bugdilar's favorable result will be comparatively better since destiny is favorable. Because when Dasalad is unfavorable, when Bugdi is favorable, obviously that Bugdilar's favorable result will be lesser because Dasalad is unfavorable. But since the destiny is favorable, the Bugdilar's favorable result will be comparatively better. The Bugdilar's unfavorable Bugdi's result will be comparatively lesser since destiny is favorable. You know that when Dasa is unfavorable, Bugdilad also unfavorable. Obviously, that Dasa and Bugdi's combined effect is going to be unfavorable. But this unfavorable output result will be comparatively lesser. I'm not saying that they will not be they'll be favorable. I'm saying they will be comparatively that impact is going to be lesser since the destiny is favorable. Suppose destiny is unfavorable and Bugdi and Dasa and Bugdi both are unfavorable. Obviously, it is going to be more unfavorable. But in this case, the unfavorable result of the unfavorable Bugdi will be comparatively lesser since destiny is favorable. So here I'm trying to give the importance to the destiny that we have to keep it in mind. Next one is when destiny is favorable and Dasa planet is mixed. When Dasa is mixed, the mixed Dasa will give favorable result under favorable Bugdi and unfavorable results and unfavorable under unfavorable Bugdi. This is most important thing we have to keep it in mind. So when the Dasalad is mixed, favorable Bugdi will give favorable results and unfavorable Bugdi will give unfavorable results. But since the destiny is favorable, the unfavorable Bugdi's unfavorable results will be comparatively lesser because the destiny is favorable. The mixed Bugdi will give mixed results, as you are aware. I hope you are able to understand this one. So we studied now the destiny if it is favorable. Now we are going to study if the destiny is unfavorable. Suppose the destiny is unfavorable and Dasa is favorable. The Dasalad's favorable result is going to be comparatively lesser because the destiny is weak. Now we are going to check the next condition. The destiny is unfavorable and Dasalad is also unfavorable. Obviously, there is going to be more unfavorable. The unfavorable Dasalad's unfavorable result will be more. The favorable Bugdi within that unfavorable Dasa, favorable Bugdi can be running. That favorable Bugdi's favorable result will be lesser since both destiny and Dasa are unfavorable. Next one, when destiny is unfavorable, if the Dasalad is mixed for the event, the Dasalad's unfavorable result will be more than the under unfavorable Bugdi. When Dasa is mixed means it has got both favorable and unfavorable. But when destiny is unfavorable, Dasalad's unfavorable will be significant. Since Dasalad is unfavorable, significant, it is present that Dasalad's unfavorable result will be more under unfavorable Bugdi. The favorable Bugdi's favorable result will be lesser since destiny is unfavorable and Dasa is mixed. When Dasa is mixed, the favorable Bugdi should give favorable, right? But since destiny is unfavorable, the favorable Bugdi's favorable result will be comparatively lesser since the destiny is unfavorable and this Dasa Lord is mixed. I hope you are able to understand. The next condition is called destiny is mixed. When the destiny is mixed, if the Dasa Lord is favorable for the event, the Dasa Lord's favorable result will be comparatively lesser since destiny is mixed. Within that unfavorable Buddhi is running, the unfavorable Buddhi's unfavorable result will be comparatively lesser since Dasa is favorable and destiny is mixed. When destiny is mixed and Dasa Lord is unfavorable for the event, the favorable Buddhi Lord's favorable result will be lesser and unfavorable Buddhi Lord's unfavorable result will be more. Why? The Dasa is unfavorable and the destiny is saying I'm having both significations. It is given green signal for both mixed. So Dasa is saying, okay, it will take advantage of the unfavorable signification of the destiny and favorable Buddhi Lord's favorable result will be lesser because that Dasa is unfavorable. Unfavorable Buddhi Lord's unfavorable result will be more because Dasa Lord is unfavorable and destiny is mixed. When the destiny is mixed, if the Dasa Lord is also mixed, the favorable Buddhi's favorable result and unfavorable Buddhi's unfavorable result will be comparatively lesser because both are favorable. I think you are able to understand this one. So that I have given few example and for your better understanding the concept. So if you, instead of, trying to memorize these things, please understand the logic behind what I have given. That will help in understanding that actual principle and it will be more useful in handling the situation. The next one is the Dasa Buddhi Antras combined effect based on the EPS principle. So first we check the limit of the Dasa. Within that also, I have given some points on the different Buddhis running. Now we are going to discuss on the Dasa Buddhi Antara combined effects. We have to keep it in mind when Dasa is favorable, when I am saying that, based on the destiny only, the Dasa Lord's favorable impact also will be there. Similarly, Buddhi, suppose Dasa Lord is unfavorable also, based on the destiny only, Dasa Lord's favorable or unfavorable impact is going to be there. Okay. So now, the first condition, when the Dasa Lord is favorable for an event. If the Buddhi Lord is also favorable for the event, the favorable signification of the Dasa Lord will be increased by the Buddhi Lord. Correct. More favorable because both are favorable. If the Buddhi Lord is unfavorable for the event, the favorable signification of the Dasa Lord will be reduced by the unfavorable. It means unfavorable Buddhi Lord will give the unfavorable, but since Dasa Lord is favorable, what will happen? The unfavorable signification of the Buddhi Lord will try to reduce the strength of the favorable signification of the Dasa Lord. If the Buddhi Lord is a mixed planet for the event, the Buddhi Lord will give more of its favorable result than the unfavorable result because Dasa Lord is favorable. I hope you're able to understand. If the Dasa Lord is a mixed planet, the favorable or unfavorable impact of the Buddhi Lord will be comparatively lesser. Because Dasa is mixed, what will happen? Favorable Buddhi will give favorable, unfavorable Buddhi will unfavorable. That is the basic principle. But in that process, since Dasa Lord is mixed one, it has got both favorable and unfavorable, the impact of the favorable and also unfavorable of the Buddhi Lord will be comparatively lesser. When compare, suppose Dasa Lord is favorable, the favorable impact of the favorable Buddhi will be more. But when Dasa is mixed one, the favorable impact of the favorable Buddhi will be comparatively lesser. That's what I'm trying to say here. When the Dasa Lord is unfavorable for the event, the Buddhi Lord also, if it is unfavorable, the Bugdi Lord will give more unfavorable result in its Bugdi period. If the Bugdi Lord is favorable for an event, the Bugdi Lord will offer favorable results because that has to give its favorable, but not to the same extent it can offer under the Dasa Lord who is favorable. Since the Dasa Lord is unfavorable, favorable Bugdi's favorable result is going to be comparatively lesser in condition when Dasa is favorable and Bugdi also favorable. I hope you are able to understand. If the Bugdi Lord is mixed planet, the Bugdi Lord will give more of its unfavorable results than its favorable results because Dasa Lord is unfavorable. Bugdi Lord, if it is mixed, within the mixed we have unfavorable significations of the Bugdi Lord. That unfavorable significations of the Bugdi Lord will give more support from the unfavorable Dasa Lord. So, Bugdi Lord, unfavorable, mixed Bugdi Lord will give more unfavorable results than the favorable result, though it is a mixed one. That we have to keep it in mind. I have talked about Dasa Bugdi only, but the same rules are applicable during the combined study of Bugdi and Antra also. Suppose Bugdi is favorable, Antra also favorable, it is going to be more favorable. Bugdi is favorable, Antra is unfavorable. That Antra's unfavorable is going to be comparatively lesser because Bugdi is favorable. In other words, Bugdi's favorable things is going to be reduced by the unfavorable Antra. If Bugdi is unfavorable, but Antra is favorable, but Antra's unfavorable effect is not going to be that much, it is comparatively lesser since Bugdi is, unfavorable. So that concept, that source effect result, whatever we discuss, that is the one which we have to keep it in mind. So in that, please note, when the Bugdi Lord is mixed for an event, I'm talking about the Bugdi Lord. If the Antra Lord is favorable, it will give favorable results under the Bugdi Lord. If Dasa Lord is also favorable, the favorable results will be more. It means Dasa is favorable, Bugdi is mixed, and Antra is favorable. It is going to be good. Suppose the Antra Lord is unfavorable under the mixed Bugdi. The unfavorable Antra will give unfavorable results. If Dasa Lord is also unfavorable, the unfavorable result will be more. Suppose the Dasa Lord is favorable, what will happen? The unfavorable results will be comparatively lesser because Dasa Lord is unfavorable, but Bugdi is mixed. Suppose Dasa Lord is favorable, what will happen? Within that limit of the Dasa Lord only, the Bugdi Lord's mixed results will be there. So obviously that unfavorable result of the Antara Lord will be comparatively lesser, right? So that we have to keep it in mind, what destiny is giving, what Dasa is giving, and what Bugdi is signifying, what Antara is signifying. So based on that only, each one when they are going to combine and we are going to study these destiny, Dasa, Bugdi, Antara, we have to look at this combined effect and to get what exactly that Bugdi, Antara is going to give under this combination. Because this is called based on the pilt connection between the Dasa, Bugdi, Antara period planets, that impact will vary. That we know, that step number 7, right? So this is called that pilt connection actually. Within the limit of the destiny that Dasa is going to give, and within the limit, within that limit of the destiny only, what is not signified by the Dasa, that Bugdi Lord will not give. What is not given by the destiny, that Dasa Lord cannot give. What is not indicated by the destiny and Dasa, that Bugdi Lord cannot give, and also the Antara. That we have to keep it in mind. So This is called a planetary interlink theory. Dasa, Bugdi, Antras combine the effect. Because one Bugdi can be favorable or unfavorable for an event. So we definitely that Bugdi is unfavorable during because of its significations. Definitely it is going to give unfavorable. But the impact of that unfavorable Bugdi Lord will vary depending on under which dasa it is running, whether dasa is favorable or unfavorable, and depending on the destiny level fixed. So based on that combined effect, only one planet as the Bugdi Lord or Antra Lord or Dasa Lord can give the output. Just we cannot take one planet's significations or significators can be the same, can give the same results, whether it is acting as the Dasa Lord or Bugdi Lord or Antra Lord. No. So far we discussed the combined effect of destiny and Dasa, Bugdi, Antra periods. Now we are going to study the important rules while studying the Dasa Bugdi periods for predictions and timing of an event. These points I would have discussed in the previous, lessons, and also in the upcoming lessons. Also, I would have discussed on this. But this, in this slide, I'm going to explain in brief the important rules. We have to keep it in mind while studying the DBA periods. This is very important thing. Please focus on this. First one is destiny prospects. While we are studying for an event, for any timing of event or for the predictions, first we have to do the destiny prospects. Check if the destiny it is favorable or unfavorable or mixed for an event. Then find the favorable key planets that are supporting the destiny prospects for the event. That is called a destiny favorable key planet. Suppose we are studying destiny for a marriage or job prospects or health. So we are studying the importantly primary cuspal sublord of the favorable house. If the star level planet and sub-level planet of that destiny planet, it is further supported by the favorable or unfavorable key planets that we have to check. If that destiny planet is being supported by other favorable key planets, they are called destiny favorable key planets. And similarly, the unfavorable key planets that are influencing or affecting the destiny for the event, if they are present, find those planets. They are called the destiny unfavorable key planets. So in short, find the planet which are, supporting the destiny. They are called destiny favorable key planets. Find the planet which are weakening the destiny in their rulers. They are called unfavorable key planets of the destiny. So once destiny is studied and find the destiny favorable and unfavorable key planets, now we have to focus on the dasa. We have to do in this order only. Check if the dasa is favorable or unfavorable or mixed for an event. While studying all level-wise study, we have to check whether dasa is favorable or unfavorable or mixed for the event. Check if the dasa lord is having the unfavorable key planets of the destiny in its rulers. Suppose destiny planet for a particular event is in the star of a planet or sub of a planet which is having unfavorable significations to the destiny. Suppose Mercury is unfavorable key planet for in the destiny planet. Suppose destiny's planet is Saturn. Saturn is in the star or sub of the Mercury. That Mercury is having unfavorable key planet to the Saturn. If check the dasa lord, suppose dasa lord is Jupiter. Suppose Jupiter is having that Mercury in the star level or sub level or in rulers, if it is having, then that dasa lord also becoming weak for the particular event, because that is the one, Mercury is the one which is influencing that destiny planet. Say Mercury, if it is ruling the dasa lord, then it is going to give more influence on unfavorable side to the dasa lord, right? Check if the dasa lord is having the unfavorable key planets of the destiny planet in its rulers. If it is also forming ruler link to other levels, it will cause more unfair influence. As per our level wise or how to study a planet, that those points we have to check. So they're all general points. Okay. And so we have found that if the destiny planet, unfavorable key planet is present in the dasa lord, it is becoming weaker, right? If so, that dasa, if so means if the unfavorable key planets of the destiny, if it is present in the dasa lord, it will be weak for that particular event. Based on the role of the favorable key planets and unfavorable key planets, the unfavorable impact will vary. That we know in general. If not means if the unfavorable key planets of the destiny, it is not in the ruler of the dasa will be supportive for the event. And if that favorable key planets of the destiny are present, the dasa will become favorable for the event. Supportive means absence of the unfavorable key planets in the ruler, making that dasa is supportive. Presence of the favorable key planets in the rulers, it is going to be favorable. If the favorable key planets of the dasa lord, destiny itself is present in the dasa, then that dasa will become more favorable for the event. That is what you have to keep it in mind. Once dasa is studied, and we can there also dasa also will have favorable key planets and unfavorable key planets of the dasa lord. Like how we have studied for the favorable and unfavorable key planets of the destiny, similarly the dasa lord also will have favorable and unfavorable key planets. Okay. Now we have to check the Buddhi lord. Mostly for all the events, Buddhi lord should be stronger for better results. That you have to keep it in mind, especially for the timing of event, right? Check if the Buddhi lord is favorable or unfavorable or mixed for the event. If the Buddhi lord is having the favorable key planets of the dasa lord in its rulers or in its supports, it will be favorable to conduct the event in its Buddhi. Especially if the Buddhi lord is having the favorable key planets of the dasa lord in its rulers, it is most important. Otherwise, suppose that dasa lord's good key planet, if it is a free planet, its role cannot be there in the Buddhi lord, only it can be there in the sublord. So role of the favorable key planet of the dasa lord, if it is, especially if it is a free planet, its role is limited, but its role will be in supports will be strong. So in that case, if the Buddhi lord is having the other favorable key planets in its rulers and favorable key planets of the dasa lord in the supports. Suppose Buddhi lord, Mercury, sorry, not Mercury. Mercury is the unfavorable, we already said, na? Suppose Buddhi lord is, say, a Venus. Venus is favorable key planet of the dasa lord is, for example, Saturn. Saturn is not there in the Venus star level, sub-level, or 2A level. If it is not present, then we cannot say it is not going to favor. Suppose Venus is star and sub of other favorable key planet, and Saturn is there in supports to this Venus or in star lord, if it is present, then that will also give its influence, right? That Buddhi can favor. Now, the favorable key planets of the dasa lord, if it is a free planet, it means what? Saturn will not be star lord for any planet. In that case, Saturn's role is limited. It can act only as the sublord. So now Saturn is influencing, supporting the Buddhi lord by way of support. So that also we can consider. Okay. But importantly, the favorable key planets of the dasa lord, if it is playing role in the Buddhi lord, it is becoming stronger. Or in the supports, when the other rulers are ruled by other favorable key planets, it can play in the supports also. I think you are able to understand that will be favorable to conduct the event in its Buddhi. Now, if the dasa lord itself is a strong favorable key planet, I said suppose dasa lord is, say, Jupiter. Jupiter itself or Rahu. Suppose whenever Rahu is coming as the strong favorable key planet in the dasa lord, definitely role of Rahu will be there in the Buddhi lord. Suppose that dasa lord itself, Jupiter itself is a strong key planet. definitely the Buddhi Lord will have that Jupiter in its rulers. Then only it will become strongly favored. So if the Dasa Lord itself is a strong favorable key planet, its role in the Buddhi Lord will be important for the event. That too, if Rahu is coming, its role is strongly recommended. You have to keep this in mind. Check if the Buddhi Lord is having the unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord in its rulers. If so, it will become weak for that particular event. So we are talking about favorable key planet. If it is having favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, it is Buddhi Lord is having, it is going to be favorable. Similarly, if the unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord, if it is ruling the Buddhi Lord, that Buddhi Lord will become weaker. Please understand, Buddhi Lord or the Buddhi Lord, if it is having any unfavorable key planet for the event, it will become weak. But if it is having unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord, that will become more weaker. Similarly, one Buddhi Lord can have good key planets in its rulers. One of them, the Dasa Lord's key planet, also may be there in the Buddhi Lord, so that will become favorable. But among the two Buddhi Lords which are having favorable key planets, the Buddhi Lord which is having that Dasa Lord itself, if it is a key planet, that Buddhi Lord which is having the Dasa Lord in its ruler, that will become stronger than the other Buddhi Lord. For example, Sun is one Buddhi and Venus is in Buddhi. Okay. Now that Dasa Lord is Jupiter is the Dasa Lord. Jupiter itself is a strong, favorable key planet. The Jupiter Dasa Lord itself. So among the Jupiter star level, sub level, suppose Saturn is playing and Saturn is playing, and for example, Moon is playing. So they are all favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord. Jupiter, Saturn, and Moon are favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord. Suppose Sun and Venus both are having the Saturn or Moon in their rulers. So the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord playing role in Sun also and Venus also, they are all favorable overall. But among them, who is strong under the Jupiter Dasa? Since the Jupiter Dasa Lord itself is a favorable key planet, among these two planets who is well connected to the Jupiter or having got Jupiter in its ruler, that will become stronger than the other one. Suppose that Jupiter may not be there in both the rulers. If it is a free planet, suppose Sun can be conjoined with the Jupiter, or Sun may be aspected by the Jupiter, or Sun star Lord may be conjoined or aspected by Jupiter. So the Jupiter, good key planet of the Dasa Lord itself is a key planet. If it is influencing the Buddhi Lord, it is giving additional strength. That you have to keep it in mind. Okay. So similarly, unfavorable key planets also we have to take the same manner. But if this Buddhi Lord, for example, I said when the Buddhi Lord is having unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord in its rulers, it will become weak for that particular event. One Buddhi Lord, for example, Venus is the Buddhi Lord. Venus is having, suppose Jupiter is having one unfavorable key planet, Dasa Lord, Jupiter is having, say, Mercury in its ruler, it is having some unfavorable signification, which is weakening the Jupiter, unfavorable key planet. Suppose that Venus, if it is having the unfavorable key planet of the Mercury in its ruler, then that Buddhi Lord, Venus Buddhi Lord will not be strong enough under the Jupiter Dasa, right? But that Venus can be a good key planet, and it can have other favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, Saturn and Moon also there, and Jupiter also may be playing role in it can give influence to the Venus. So Venus is having all the favorable key planets and influence of the Dasa and destiny also, but it is having unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord, especially in the star level or sub level. It will not be strong enough to act as the Buddhi Lord to conduct the event because it is having the unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord. But since it is having all other favorable good key planets rulers, that Venus can act as the Antra Lord for other Buddhi, which is comparatively better under Jupiter. Suppose Jupiter Dasa, Sun Buddhi is good, better than the Venus. So Jupiter Dasa, Sun Bukti will be favorable for the event, but in which Antra? That other Antra, which is also having favorable key planets, but it is having some weakness with the unfavorable key planets of the Dasa, that can support to the Sun if that Venus is having the favorable key planets of the Bukti Lord. Understand? It means Antara Lord, to act as the Antara Lord should have connection to the Bukti Lord. Bukti Lord's favorable key planets, if it is influencing the Antara Lord, yes, it is good. And it can also have some weak unfavorable key planets, but it cannot make that Venus can be strong enough to conduct the event as Bukti, but can Antra, it can act as the Antra, though it is not strong enough to conduct as the Bukti Lord, because Bukti Lord should be the stronger one. Understand? So I mean, in other words, we would have eliminated one Bukti Lord. So one planet, it is not strong enough to give the event because it is having some weak key planets of the Dasa Lord. So that planet cannot be strong enough to act as the Bukti Lord. But that Bukti Lord has got some good significations and planet level, star level having good grouping. That planet which is not strong enough to act as the Bukti Lord can act as the Antra Lord also. That we have to keep it in mind. Okay. Next, I'm talking about Antara Lord now. If the Antara Lord, that's what I was telling, I forgot. But the Bukti Lord, if it has got favorable key planets, can support as Antara Lord under the other favorable Bukti for conducting an event. It means which is not strong enough to act as the Bukti Lord, but can act as the Antara Lord under the other favorable Bukti. Okay, now let us discuss on the Antara Lord. If the Antara Lord is having the favorable key planets of the Bukti Lord in its rulers or in the supports to its rulers ruled by other favorable key planets. Suppose Antara Lord in the star level, sub level, it can have the favorable key planets of the Bukti Lord directly, or that favorable key planets of the Bukti Lord can be in the supports of the Antara Lord's ruler, provided that Antara Lord rulers are having favorable key planets. Then it will be favorable to conduct the event during its period. During its period as Antara Lord. Please note, this Antara Lord can also have some unfavorable key planets in its rulers, but it can support to the Bukti Lord to favor for the event when it is also having favorable key planets of the Bukti Lord and other strong favorable key planets. That is what I was explaining, the same point in different manner. This is also the same thing. It means Antara Lord sometimes may not be having all favorable key planets in its rulers. Antara Lord can have some unfavorable key planets also, but if it is having favorable key planets of the Bukti Lord and also it is having those other unfavorable key planets, even if it is having some unfavorable key planet, it can support for the event to happen during its Antara period. Because Antara period, whatever the dasa, whatever Bukti is having, if Antara is having the key planet of the Bukti Lord, then it will support. There will be bondage between pilt connection between Bukti and Antara. Bukti Lord can have some weak key planets, so that it will not be strong enough. During its Bukti, it cannot favor, but during this Bukti, Antara can favor. Okay, because it is having support of the Bukti Lord. And especially if you check the Antara Lord planet star level, planet of the Antara and star level, source and effect will be having strong combination of houses, especially which are completing the chain of the Bukti, Dasa Bukti, Antara for the event. What are the other key planets missing in the Bukti Lord if it is playing role in Antara? That will complete the chain, especially with the 11th house or playing role. That will complete the chain and it will favor to act as the Antara Lord, even if it is having some unfavorable key planet of the Dasa. You understand? So that you have to keep it in mind. So these points you please kindly go through again and again. So that will help you in understanding the Dasa Bhuktī Antra analysis, and to come to an understanding whether this Bhuktī is favorable or not for the particular event under the Dasa. This Bhuktī is favorable or next Bhuktī is favorable, this is supportive, but how come we can take it whether it is going to be strong enough to conduct the event? But these points you have to keep it in mind, whatever we discussed. One Bhuktī Lord, it can have some unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord. So we can feel that no, it is not strong because it is having some strong unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord is ruling here. But it is having some favorable key planets. What to do? Presence of the unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, weakening the Bhuktī Lord. Now look at the next Bhuktī, which is comparatively stronger than this Bhuktī, and that next period which is having favorable key planets, and also importantly free from the unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, and having got favorable key planets of Dasa Lord, that Bhuktī Lord is stronger enough. So that Bhuktī Lord will be stronger now. Now the previous Bhuktī which we were talking, which is not strong enough because of the role of the unfavorable key planet, despite it is having some favorable key planet, it can support to this Bhuktī Lord acting as Antra Lord, provided this Bhuktī Lord is having the favorable key planets of, this Antra Lord is having the favorable key planets of the Bhuktī Lord. If it is having that, that planet, though it is not capable to act as the Bhuktī Lord, can act as the Antra Lord. So these points, it is like all politics. So this, if you are able to understand, no, then there is called planetary interlink theory. If you are able to understand this, then only you can find which period is comparatively better, or why this planet as Bhuktī Lord has given that result under the Dasa, but same Bhuktī is not strong enough in some other Dasa. But same Antra planet, which is not strong enough as Bhuktī Lord, but has acted as the Antra. So those combination, their impact and all, we can easily understand. This lesson you please kindly watch again and again. Keep those points in mind, important points in the combined effect of DBA. That will be more useful. Okay, so we'll meet in the next lesson. Good luck.